Hi there, I'm Joanne Cameron, and if you've ever been onto my YouTube channel, then you'll know that I'm an author of religious books, specifically books that explain the Bible. You may also know that on my YouTube channel, I have lots of Bible studies there that I record and put out for anybody who's interested in knowing and learning about the Bible. Why I'm doing this video today is it's a very short promotional video because I wanted to really show you the books that I've written. So on your screen now, you're seeing my YouTube channel, and if you're a subscriber to the channel, then you'll know about this channel where all the Bible studies are there. There are lots of Bible studies on there, things like the books of Daniel and Revelation, the prophetic books. There are full explanations of those books if you've ever been interested in learning what they mean. There's a study there on the sanctuary and why it's relevant to us living in the 21st century, when many people say that it's old-fashioned stuff that we don't need to know anything about. And there's also a study there on the secret rapture. Will there be a secret rapture? Is it true that there'll be a secret rapture? What does the Bible say about that? And then there's a study on there about what happens when we die. And there's plenty of other studies on there. If you've not been on the channel, and there's the link to the channel there at Joanne Cameron 674. If you put that in your browser in YouTube, you'll get to my channel. Specifically, what I'm going to talk about today is just a short promotion of my books. And so I'm going to just show you the titles of my books so that you can maybe visit the channel and look around to see if there's anything there that interests you. If you like to study the Bible, then you might want to go on my into my website and have a look. So this is the website, idiotsguide.org. So if you were to put that into your browser, you get my website. This is my latest book. It's just came out a couple of weeks ago, and it's called Who is the Holy Spirit? It's a small book, it's just 100 pages, but it explains what the Bible has to say about the Holy Spirit. A lot of people are mystified about the Spirit. What is it, or what is he? What's his function or its function? What's it there for? What's it doing on earth at the moment? So if you were ever curious about the Holy Spirit, didn't quite understand who this person or this thing is, this might be a good book for you. So this is my latest title, and you'll find this on the website right now, and you can purchase it from the website. Here is part of a series that I'm doing. It's a devotional series, which takes you through more than a year, through all the volumes. This is volume 1. And as you can see, this is 100 Thoughts on Women in the Bible. So in the series, each volume has 100 thoughts, 100 pages on women's stories in the Bible and how they relate to us today. So you'll find in this series a page or maybe a page and a half is about a woman's story in the Bible, and then there's a thought as to what that means to me, whether I'm a woman or a man living in 2025. So this volume 1 goes from Genesis to Exodus. It tells us the women's stories from Genesis to Exodus. Here's volume 2, which takes you from Exodus to 2 Samuel. So you can see I'm working through the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. So this is volume 2 of the series. Here's volume 3, which takes you from 2 Samuel to Job. I'm presently working on volume 4, which takes us through the Psalms and Proverbs and Jeremiah. And so, as you can see, working patiently through the book, looking at women, what their role was in the Bible, looking at their stories, and then finding a meaning for us today. So that's the series that I'm presently writing. Oh, just to say that those volumes 1, 2, and 3, are available on the website for purchase. This is the first book I wrote, which is called An Idiot's Guide to the Book of Revelation, and hence the title of my website, An Idiot's Guide. If you know anything about Idiot's Guides, in a previous life I used to write Idiot's Guides for the companies I worked for. And An Idiot's Guide is not a guide for an idiot. It is a guide, it is an instruction manual that takes you step by step through a very difficult subject. So if you have a very difficult subject, a very difficult program that you need to understand and learn, maybe the person who wrote the program would have also written an idiot's guide to go along with it, which gives you a step-by-step walk through the program or the subject, so that by the end of it you understand what you're doing, how to use the program. Now, the Book of Revelation, as you may know if you've read it at all, is a very complicated book. It's written in symbols, and it's not readily understood. It needs to be mostly translated, but the translation of it is found within the Bible. So the Bible interprets itself. So if you know where to look in the Bible, you can find how to understand the Book of Revelation. So this book, An Idiot's Guide to the Book of Revelation, is a step-by-step. It takes you verse by verse through the Book of Revelation and explains what every verse means. And we go back into the Bible to find that explanation. So that's that book. And then, of course, you cannot do an explanation of the Book of Revelation without doing the Book of Daniel also. And so I wrote this book, which is An Idiot's Guide to the Book of Daniel. Daniel is the other main prophetic book in the Bible, has lots of weird and wonderful symbols and signs in it, beasts, and different statues there, lots of different things to be interpreted that actually are prophecies, and many of those prophecies have happened, they're part of history, but many of them also are taking place today. That's the same with Book of Revelation. You'll find around about 50% of Revelation is historical, and the other 50% is either happening today or is happening in our future. So it's very relevant to us, as is the Book of Daniel. So this is also, both the Daniel and Revelation books are also available for purchase from my website. So that's it. That's the promotion for my books. I continue to write books that explain the Bible, because I think the Bible is the most relevant book to humankind in any generation and through any era. So please feel free to visit idiotsguide.org and see if there's anything there that you find of interest and you'd like to purchase. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon on my channel. Bye-bye.